Good morning, good morning, good morning. Fashion Wednesday.
Yes, it is.
We are looking the part today, and I am giving 90s vibes today, or is it 80s? I don't know if I'm giving some type of vibe that is quite 80s, 90s, and I'm liking it. I'm liking it too. And I'm liking you too.
I'm not sure what vibes I'm giving. I'm just giving me.
Anyways, this is the AM Club, and my name is Edma Ohimalawe.
And my name is Godwin. Namboh. Welcome again to the AM Club. Like Edma says, we're coming to you live from our studio here at the Silicon Square Studios in East Legon.
Absolutely, and we are here to bring you loads of fun, fearless, and of course, factual content. And we're also here to keep you entertained, inspired, informed for the next 2 hours.
For the next 2 hours, you will be inspired, entertained, and informed. But Edma, the weather is very nice today.
It is?
Yeah, I don't know.
I felt like it was normal. I didn't think it was too cold or too hot.
I should check I usually check the weather. I didn't check it today, but I'm sure today it'll be like 25, 26 degrees Celsius.
Really?
Yeah, today. That's perfect for what you're wearing.
Well, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, so we begin the show, of course, with our first segment, which is Coffee Daily, where we will be recapping some of the topmost trending stories in the last 24 hours.
Absolutely, and the big conversation comes up next with Lifestyle Daily, where we take a look at issues affecting your everyday living. And on today's episode, we will be delving into the significance of personal branding.
I can't wait for that.
My favorite.
Man,
yes.
There's so much I want to learn
Absolutely.
from that. If you want to learn something, please stick and stay. Now also, our hashtag today is Fashion Wednesday, and today we'll be having an extensive conversation on body art, tattoos, and body piercings. If you have one, get ready to share your experience with us. I think I'll get a tattoo today. I might. When they come in, I think I'll try something.
The sticker one. Yeah.
It doesn't last, does it?
No. It washes off. After you take a shower, it goes off.
Oh. Then it's not
it's one of those stickers. Do you remember back in the days?
Kids, you buy those chewing gums.
Exactly.
And then you open it and then you just stick it.
Exactly. You put a bit of water on it and then you stick it.
How old are you? Mommy, watch it. Watch your system.
Oh, but this one, yeah, I mean, everybody I am young in spirit.
James doesn't know it. He doesn't know it.
Okay, so this is the AM Club, where you are a major part of the show. So do make sure you join us online with the hashtag the AM Club on all our handles at MX24GH.
Absolutely, and our WhatsApp line is also very active. What you want to do is to send us your video reactions, comments on 055-033-1511. 055-033-1511.
Okay, so it's time for our daily dose of Vim.
And well, today's one, we're talking about self-reflection, something that I'm very excited about. Self-reflection is so important. Absolutely. You need to just, sit back sometimes and just go back and look at some of the things you've done, some of the things you want to do, and just, analyze all these things. And
just like Godwin said, self-reflection is a necessity for growth. And at this point, we want you to take a few moments wherever you are, assess your values, evaluate your decisions, actions, and inactions with the question, am I doing the right thing? While you do that, enjoy this song from Kofi Kinaita, Things Fall Apart, and is a cover by Nana Blue.
As a ship in the other Bible, the bay, no crop saying Russell's just nothing the bay. It's a girl, so now other chapel, what pay no brother, when I saw a clap or a bay. It's a Yamasumpa, Nayamasumia, Mr. Wunya, Nabisa Wasu, then Yamasumpa, Nayamasumia, Nawunya from whence eventually. Yamasumpa, Nayamasumia, that's a rope in the Kunda plastic. Yamasumpa, Nayamasumia. Miss Satin Budapa, Edanyame Beba physical now. So one comes to the past, and shine heaven when you nipa. Cause no crown, no, I saw fling to one can. Sick as some into chapel, and halfway to one back, onto one bow. I won't put on the things fall apart. Echo was anointed men touch. Trust mommy, I recuna genitani. Yamasumpa, Nayarasumi. Num namambu as old dash of Bitasi. Yamasumpa, Nayarasumi. Come on, so wait you are.
Of course, factual. So before we get into Coffee Daily, here's just a quick reminder that this is September Rush and we are going to be given some giveaways. And at any point in time this week, we are Wednesday today, one of you lucky winners will be going home with fantastic prizes courtesy our sponsors, Compute Ghana. So head to our social media pages for more details at MX24. It's now time to get into the biggest trending stories within the last 24 hours. Godwin, what do you have for us?
That's mine, dear. Before we get into the stories, I must say you're looking good, like I said.
Thank you, and so are you.
Thank you very much. This is my chocolate.
I love it.
I feel like chocolate stuff look good on me any day.
And your chocolate as well. So it's like, I mean, the name and the body.
I'll be careful right now. Stop it, man. Stop it. Oh,
fantastic.
Thank you very much, sweetheart. Now let's get into the topmost trending stories in the last 24 hours, and we begin with updates on the late Kaka's murder. Now, the Attorney General's office is preparing for committal proceedings against 3 people standing trial in the murder of social activist Ibrahim Mohammed, also known as Kaka, in Ejura. Now, the 3 include Isaka Ibrahim, Husseini Al-Hassan, and Idi Mohammed, brother of the late social activist. The committal proceedings will prepare the grounds for full trial of the accused persons at a higher court. Now, Edma, let's refresh our memories a little bit. We all remember the story.
Absolutely.
On 25th June 2021, this year, Ibrahim Mohammed Kaka was murdered in Ejura. He's a social activist, a member of the Economic Fighters League, and also one of the campaiggners of the Fix the Country movement. And you know that led to some disturbances in Ejura after his burial, when some youth took to the streets demonstrating, and there were some clashes between them and security personnel, where 2 civilian lives were lost and about 4 people got gunshots wounds, you know. And then following that, President Akufo-Addo set up a committee, a 3-member committee, to probe or to investigate circumstances leading to the disturbances, and they submitted their report, and now the Attorney General is saying that well, they're going to have committal proceedings, which is what is like a preliminary hearing to determine where evidence will be submitted to determine whether or not there's a probable cause of guilt in this whole thing before the main hearing.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's about time. I think we've covered this story before on Coffee Daily, and it got to a point where the family of Kaka unfortunately wasn't hearing anything from the committee that was set
probe the investigation,
put together to research and make sure that everything is put together and investigate the situation. So it was a thing where the family was hearing what is happening with the investigation through third parties, which is the media, and it shouldn't have been that way. And now Kaka's brother, the late Kaka's brother is also, has also been arrested, and the family believe that he has no hand in that. I mean, during the time that Kaka eventually was murdered, he was at home. So,
yes.
So
well,
they don't see the correlation.
The eyewitnesses who gave their testimony, who live in the house with them, 2 tenants, one of them a woman who disclosed that he saw Kaka's brother drag the late Kaka's body into the bathroom. And then the other woman said that when he heard the voice of the other woman knocking Kaka's wife's door, he ran away. So, well, we hope this preliminary hearing is going to help determine something positive. And let's move on. Let's move away from that. Now on to road safety, something Edma and I are very passionate about. The National Road Safety Authority has disclosed that it will install speed limiters on public transport vehicles to help monitor drivers on the road. According to the authority, this will ensure drivers comply with the road safety regulation to help eradicate the surging road accidents. Edma, aren't you excited about this?
I am.
This is good.
I mean, it's a way forward from everything that we've been reading about since the very beginning of the AM Club, really. I mean, I think this is a step forward to trying to curb the accidents on our roads.
Let me remind them of the numbers. Now, the MTTD, the Motor Traffic and Transport Department of the Ghana Police Service, came out to say that over 1,706 lives have been lost to motor accidents between January 1st and July 31st. You know, and over 9,222 people have been injured. So hearing this is very exciting. I'm glad that they're doing this. It's very good. Now, okay, let's move on again. The situation in Guinea has raised questions of whether or not Guineans prefer democracy or autocracy. According to the latest Afrobarometer findings, despite widespread dissatisfaction with the government's performance, Guineans strongly prefer democracy to any alternative form of governance. According to the report, most Guineans believe that the country is heading in the wrong direction, that the level of corruption has increased, and that the government is doing a poor job of fighting corruption. Just as you know, President Alpha Conde's coup d'etat was cited as a result of pervasive poverty and corruption. Of course, everybody prefers democracy. Nobody prefers autocracy.
Exactly.
But like you and I were talking about this yesterday, about how excited Guineans are about
I mean, we saw quite a few videos online of when the president, Alpha Conde, was being taken from where he was eventually hostage to another unknown premises. We saw the people cheering, freedom, 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 and we are happy that you're gone, freedom. And they were saying all of these things and tapping on the cars and all of that. So there's a mixed reaction. Some people are like, do we want this? Some people are like, no, we don't want this. But obviously, democracy, no matter what, is the way forward. But
opposition in Guinea welcomes the coup d'etat, and I wonder if they wouldn't. Of course, they would. But yeah, that's for it for the Guinea story. What do we have next?
Well, let's now move on to sports news. And Cristiano Ronaldo spent his first day back at Manchester United's Carrington training complex yesterday after rejoining the club from Juventus in summer transfer window. Ronaldo's return to Carrington was the first time he has been back at United's training base since leaving the club 12 years ago for Real Madrid in a then world record £80 million transfer. The 36-year-old spoke with Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, before being introduced to the players who are not away on international duties. Ronaldo then partook in his first training session with him. In terms of losing weight, but just like to keep up with the beauty, so it does not fade. Okay, so still on sports, Arsenal has rejected a bid from Turkish side Galatasaray. Did I pronounce that right?
Galatasaray.
Oh,
my French babe. My French babe.
For midfielder Mohamed El Neni, Galatasaray made contact with Arsenal to ask about the possibility of signing the midfielder this week, but the Gunners see El Neni as part of their plans for the season. El Neni, who joined Arsenal from Swiss club Basel in 2016, has just a year remaining on his contract in North London. Wow. Oh, that's interesting. I have nothing to say about this because we didn't really ask Nadia.
Ask Nadia, they asked Nadia. I was just going to say the same thing. I don't know what's...
I have nothing to say about that, so...
Ask Nadia, when you remove Thomas Partey for us, I'm not exactly sure what we want to talk about.
Absolutely, exactly.
People are going to hate me on social media.
I know, right? So now let's move on to the world of technology. And Apple's next event will host a virtual event on Tuesday, September 14th from Apple Park. The company typically announces the year's new iPhones at the fall event. And this year's entry is expected to be called the iPhone 13. The new series of phones will apparently come in the same sizes as the iPhone 12, but a headline feature for some models could be high refresh rate screens. What does that mean? Does that mean that my screen won't crack when I drop it?
Refresh rate screens is not your screen.
Because my screen at this point is... Have you seen my screen at the moment?
Have you seen mine? I feel like iPhones deliberately make their phones in such a way that as soon as it hits something, it just cracks. I don't know why.
You know what? I know somebody right now is saying you're only saying this on TV so that you get the new one.
I'll get the new one.
Me, my phone has destroyed. I mean, the screen is gone. The back is gone. Please, iPhone 13, whoever.
Please, me too. Me too, my phone has destroyed.
Okay, but the new phones are also expected to have smaller display notches and improved cameras, which is great for me because I love taking pictures. But it's now time to take a deep dive into the world of entertainment and showbiz with our top boy, Kavoy B. Stay with us.
Wagwan! Welcome to Fashion Wednesdays, guys. You don't know I'm decked out in my Woodin shirt. You know the thing of Woodin? You understand? Hey, guys, you don't know. It's MX Breaks Lifestyle and Entertainment inside the AM Club. Sane, and we give you all the updates in lifestyle and entertainment in Ghana and around the world. Guys, good morning.
Good morning, Mr.
First,
Kavoy.
hold on. Today, I'm going to say, is that Kaftan, that Godwin,
Yes.
Let me push my chest out and stand it.
Push your chest. Hey, I don't know what he's talking about. This whole thing.
Oh my goodness, but you all look great today.
We all look good always, man.
Thank you.
I always love Kavoy's boots.
I know, right? The boots is
You have to
the
leave one of these
boots.
for me one of these days. If we could zoom into his boots, you
I'll
see.
tell you something. Very interesting. I went to Burlington in New York. I got this for $30.
Are you serious?
$30.
$30.
2 years ago.
Wow.
They still look good.
I thank you.
Maybe you should start a boots collection. What do you think?
Maybe I should. I
You
like
have a
boots.
boots business.
I actually do like boots.
I love it.
Yeah,
I love it,
they're
totally.
Nice. They're nice. How are you guys doing today?
Yeah, we're all right, bro. You're looking fly. That's always.
I'm fine.
You
Fashion
look fine.
Wednesday, so I am trying to look the part.
We're discussing
Go
tattoos.
like this year, okay?
you know.
We're discussing tattoos today. What do you think about tattoos?
You know, I always wanted a tattoo.
Me too.
But
it looks painful, eh?
it's painful.
Oh yeah, the guy, this thing,
The
this
needles, yeah.
back and forth.
But they
and
have
needle.
they have non-temporary ones. It's like not
you
it's
mean
not
temporary
permanent.
ones?
What is the
It's
point?
like semi-permanent
Absolutely.
or non-permanent ones. So as soon as you put on your skin, like let's say after a day or two, it goes away.
A day or two. No,
that I don't like. I mean, I want a tattoo, but I also want something I can
But
control.
why
I
do
don't
you want a tattoo? Why? Is it because it looks nice, or is it
Yeah.
because you're a fan of it?
Adds to the
your
image.
tattoo. I've seen your tattoo.
Hey, Charlie, hey, we don't get into that. Let me tell you the top stories fast though. Tiwa Savage drops new EP, and Nicki Minaj and Rihanna cause a stir online. I saw it. My name is Kevoy B, guys. You can follow me on Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, everywhere at KEVOY B. Scene. And now for stories. Tiwa Savage is back with more music. The last album, titled Celia, was in honor of her mother. She explained it as an album that would transport her fans on her journey. Oh, that's so cute. The album was ranked one of the top 10 albums in 2020 by Time magazine. Well, this year, she's dropped a new EP titled Water and Gary, featuring the likes of Nas, Brandy, and our very own Amare. Hey, I met that girl one time, eh? Let's take a look. Let's take a look at this now. Played thug-like characters. This just went to prove how much of a great actor he truly was. May his soul rest in peace.
So
This guy, I love his acting.
Absolutely.
I think the memorable. I never saw The Wire.
Really?
I've never seen The Wire. I don't know why.
I have.
Especially because of Idris, I want to see The Wire.
Yeah, no, it's
but,
a fantastic movie.
Oh yeah?
but I remember this guy for this movie. If Bill Street Could Talk.
didn't
Bill
watch
Street
that
Could Talk. You should watch that movie. It's beautiful. He's amazing.
And it's so funny because people are upset because he was supposed to play DMX for his upcoming...
Oh, really?
Yes.
So perfect.
He was supposed to play, so
He
people are
looks
like,
like him.
what?
Yeah.
You're supposed to play
Yeah.
DMX, and he has the voice and everything for it
Yeah.
as well. So everybody's like,
Yeah.
now he's gone, you're gone.
What I don't understand how. Oh, DMX is gone too.
Yes.
Wow.
It just clicked, right?
DMX.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. Yeah, I just remembered. But I was telling you this yesterday that I don't understand why when celebrities die, usually has to do with drug overdose. You know,
Because a lot of
the first-
celebrities can't deal with the criticism or the what do you call it?
Is it fame?
Yeah, it's the fame.
the
fame
the
gets
bad-
Some
the
people
burden
feel
of
like
fame,
it's a way of them also coming down
Yes,
and
it gets them
relieving
high. It gets
stress
them-
and all of that.
It's almost like drinking.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, it's almost like drinking. But I mean, me, I don't care what people think.
It's a very big situation in the black community, especially in
Oh, yeah,
America.
yeah. Oh, yeah,
It's a
yeah.
huge
Yeah,
Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways.
problem.
Rest in peace, my brother.
Rest in peace.
Now, the rise in Nollywood movies ending up on Netflix is excellent news. It means our industries are capable of making Netflix-worthy content. The latest series is Castle and Castle, that was renewed for season 2 and is now preparing to air. The story of a group of lawyers as they navigate their personal and professional lives. We've got the season 2 trailer, so let's look at it.
What if I told you that I was ready to make a big...
Did you see Godwin? Like, he is
I saw
so
it. He's like, hey, kiss him. Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, yeah, soft porn.
This was supposed to be. This was supposed to be behind doors. Come on, guys.
Behind bars.
Yeah, but I love Castle and Castle.
Absolutely.
I
It's
love
a
Castle and Carl.
fantastic
I
series.
think
I mean,
it's a-
I've watched it on Netflix. My sister put me on, actually. And I was addicted to it. It made me want to be a lawyer.
I've never seen it. I'll actually give it a watch. I was checking out King of Boys. King of Boys is good.
King of Boys is good
It's
too.
very good.
Yes, I watched one episode, but I think I never have time to watch series these days.
Yeah,
I wonder why.
I don't
wake up
usually
early.
sit in front of
exactly.
the TV like that.
Yeah.
No, I don't.
This is good. You should check it out.
Yeah, I will. Now, fans will pressure celebrities until they get what they ask for. Nicki Minaj announced a hiatus from music to start building her family. And she did just that. Got married and had a child, all while managing to do some features. I didn't know Nicki Minaj was married. Now, Rihanna hasn't dropped new music since 2016's Auntie, but the world knows she's been very busy with other ventures. Rich billionaire, isn't me? But when you put the two island women in the same room, fans will start screaming. Rihanna and Nicki posted a picture of them and their families hanging out together, and the internet has been screaming for not only new music from both, but a collab as well. Hey, people want enough things to say. Of course, nothing has officially been said, but fans aren't taking no for an answer. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't. But then guess what? Rihanna is not coming back for no music, my I think if Rihanna comes back for music, it's going to be like a one album, and then she's going to say, oh, this is the last time I'm doing music forever.
She's a businesswoman. Right now, she wants people to know that above all odds, she's a businesswoman before an artist.
Yeah, but you see,
and she's smart.
Once an artist, always an artist.
Absolutely.
It will never disappear.
Yeah,
she will
absolutely.
come out, but she's going to be like, Rihanna's so young. But she's going to be like the Jay-Z now.
Yeah.
You see how Jay-Z,
Yeah,
Jay-Z
he's just
he
relaxed
doesn't
and
care
he's
for
just
music.
talking about
When he
life.
wants to, you just step in and say, hey,
let me
that's
drop
another
something.
B.
I know,
You know, some other B.
But like, the other day I saw her post a video of people saying, oh, Rihanna, she smells so great. Oh, what's the
Yes,
best thing
she
about
does,
Rihanna? She
yes.
smells nice. She
smells
smells
nice.
heavily.
Yeah, there's literally like a whole compilation of
Yeah,
videos of
people
people saying that Rihanna
they
smells
love how she
divine,
smells.
like she smells heavenly.
2 days later, she releases her cologne.
I know, right? That is
Genius.
a smart woman.
The boots, brother.
Hey, just boots. But yeah, guys, today my Jamaican tidbit is from, today is Fashion Wednesdays, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so right now what we're going to show you is some dancehall fashion back in the day. Yeah, so dancehall is very raunchy, yeah? So
Dancehall, I love dancehall.
They call it bashment in the
Yeah,
UK.
bashment. Yeah, that's what we call it in the
Yeah,
UK.
but
So
they
I mean, it
wear-
was raining at one point. I remember from 2008 to 2013. Oh, bashment was raining. If you
Bashment.
go to a club and they are not playing bashment to start up, the party is not jamming.
Yeah,
Jamming.
the culture of it is different. Eh?
Oh, so
the
this
women
is
dress very raunchy.
raunchy.
Yes.
Yeah,
Raunchy.
short shorts,
And then they...
stockings, and
Yeah.
oh, it's
So before
The
these...
boy and girl dance.
Yeah,
We've
they-
seen some
they
mad
gyrate
battles
on
over
each
the
other.
days, people jumping on top of each other and everything. It's crazy.
That's a different culture. Eh?
Oh, okay.
Different.
It's different right there. Okay.
Oh no, it's same dancehall, but it's like a different. It's not
Okay.
fashion.
Before this generation started twerking, Jamaicans were doing it with bashment and
Oh, yeah.
and all.
Absolutely.
And all
But
that.
the fashion is absolutely beautiful.
So it comes with the fashion. It's not just the dancing.
No.
Dancehall
No,
is
it comes with fashion. It comes with everything.
It's a
The
package.
lifestyle, the
Yeah,
food
man.
is different.
Wow.
Look
everything
at
is
this one.
I know, right?
So how do you dance in
This
this?
one is back in the day, eh?
Yeah.
This one is
This
back
one
in the
is
day.
back.
Yeah.
I love
yeah.
it. I love it.
Yeah.
Jamaica is so close to home. I like
I
it.
know.
Right.
I know.
I
I know. I
know.
know. I know.
Oh,
Yeah,
we
man.
should have won something to do with the 80s in Ghana as well. Just
know,
like,
to-
go with the...
and show you something. But what I remember in the
Tomorrow
80s,
is
is it the
tomorrow,
80s or 70s? You know, they used to have this.
I wasn't born yet. So
They call it back bush or something. It was a haircut. Yeah, the back bush. You know.
Oh yeah,
and-
the one
and-
right here.
Back, yeah, and
Hey, they had
then
it in Jamaica as well.
they did. Oh, nice.
Yeah,
And then they used
like
to have this. They'll part their hair, and you have the line in there. And then this one's
Yeah,
like more.
I think
This
I've
one
seen
is.
some pictures, yes. And
Yeah,
then
wow.
they wear like men used to wear heels as well, like the long boots.
And they used to wear the hold my thighs and leave my legs.
Yeah.
Guys used to wear those
We
things.
call it pat de téléphone in French.
Pat
Delifon, meaning,
Wonderful.
you know how an elephant,
Oh,
it goes like, it was straight at the top and then it goes, so we call it Pat Delifon.
that's beautiful. This is a beautiful culture thing going on.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying.
right,
That's
right.
I like
It's
that.
sweet. It's sweet.
Culture makes everything interesting.
Absolutely,
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Trust me.
Thank you very much, Kevin.
Yeah,
Thank you
don't
so
know
much,
the thing,
brother.
though. This was MX Breaks Lifestyle and Entertainment, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Kev B. Little more, big up yourself.
Well, thank you. And that's about it for Coffee Daily today. Stay with us. After a quick break, we will be delving deep into the significance of personal branding.
But in the meantime, enjoy the song Lie by Kiss Daniel. It's actually trending #1 on YouTube.
Hello? Babe. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you.
Where are you?
I'm sorry. I'll be there in like 5 minutes.
You said 20 minutes.
I'm coming.
Are you kidding me?
I'm coming.
You know we had plans and this is what we're doing?
I'm coming. I just want to pick up something.
What is so important that you gotta pick up that you can't make it to dinner? Why is it that every time it has something to do with me, I'm not a priority? And out of all days, you do it today? You know what? You always find a way to ruin the that's important to me. I'm really tired of this, you know? This shit is getting so annoying. You know what? F this. F it, because I'm done.
Hello?
And welcome back to the best morning show in town. This is the AM Club coming to you live from the Silicon Square here in East Lake Gardens, it's our studio. We love it. We're having so much fun. Coffee Daily just went by and it's now time for Lifestyle Daily. Now today we'll be discussing the significance, Godwin, of personal branding. Now whether you know it or not, you have a personal brand. When you Google yourself, what pops up? These results are the first impression people will have of you. Is it a good one? Is the information you are sharing across LinkedIn, Facebook, and other social media sites consistent? Whether you have a date or a job interview, chances are someone is going to look you up on the internet to learn more about who you are. With the proliferation of social media and the gig economy, it has become essential for everyone to embrace personal branding. Developing a great personal brand doesn't happen overnight. It's important to be able to communicate your purpose and mission to your audience in a genuine way. And on this episode, we will educate you on how to build your personal brand. Now, before we introduce our guests, remember to share your thoughts with us on our WhatsApp line on 055-033-1511, 055-033-1511, or tweet at us at MX24GH with the hashtag the AM Club.
So, joining us for this conversation, we have Nicholas Solomon, who is a business optimization consultant and an expert in brand management. We also have Anika Insia Apau, who is a brand architect and the strategist behind the success of Ochame Kwame's brand, not to mention Santi's hair. She will join us via phone shortly. So, welcome to the show, Solomon.
Thank you.
Nick Solomon. Wait, did you say Nicholas? Is it Nicholas or Nicholas?
It's actually Nicholas, but for brand purposes.
We'll say Nicholas.
It's Nick.
Hey, Nicholas.
It's very important. Nicholas is a good friend. Go way back.
Okay.
It's good to have
But
you.
I mean, when I had the coffee daily, I thought you guys were serving some coffee.
You know,
I love coffee, so I was so
This is
excited.
actually
waiting.
Lifestyle Daily, so I doubt that you missed that segment.
Yay. Our producer has heard you. He will do something about it.
Absolutely.
Thank you so
Absolutely.
much for joining us in the studio today. I'm excited about this particular topic.
I am
She
too.
is. Let's get into it. Nick, what does it mean to have a personal brand?
Yeah. Okay, so first of all, let me rather admit that I was very impressed with the level of professionalism that you guys...
Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I
I'm
mean,
glad.
the way... I've been to several interviews.
Yes.
But the way you guys handled my preparation before coming here...
Yes.
Thank you so
Well,
much.
thank
Nicholas.
you.
So I'm
I
really
appreciate
impressed.
it.
Thank
you
you.
know what? Go no further. You're officially a member of the AM
You've given it to
Club.
me.
I'm giving it.
You're
I've
now a
dashed it.
member.
I've dashed it
We'll
to
put
you.
it to you
You're a
soon.
member. You're a
That's
member.
right.
I've dashed
Yeah,
it to you.
You know, so I mean, personal branding. It's been a talk for, I think, for the past decade. It's been a conversation that has been going on because I think that it's very, very critical to business growth. Is very important for personal development purposes and all that. And I mean, from the World Economic Forum to TEDx to several platforms, it's been talked about because it's been projected that in the next decade to the next 2 decades, it is no more about your hard skills or your knowledge on or what you have, but it's actually about your soft skills, which is actually your personal brand. So it's very, very important. Think about Barack Obama. What comes to mind?
Charismatic.
Think about
personality.
George Bush,
Yeah.
Jerry John Rollins,
Yes.
Alpha Conde.
Yeah.
You know, so there are things. Look, a young guy is done with university. He gets a very good job. Let's say like an oil firm. He's making some very good money. The next thing that comes on top of his mind is to probably get a Mercedes Benz. You know why? Because Mercedes Benz is promising you that is either the best or nothing. You know, so it is very important. So what is personal brand? Personal brand is that experience, subconscious experience that you give to the people that you engage with, the people that you interact with.
Yeah.
So if you are not in a room, what are people saying about you?
Yes,
Right.
absolutely.
Okay, if you engage people, if you leave a particular premises, your workplace, what do people say about you? That is your personal brand. Okay, are you loud? Are you assertive? Are you confident? What are the values that guide your decisions, your judgment, your assessment of situations? That is what a personal brand is.
Okay. So in an era of technology and social media, how important is it for one to brand themselves?
You know, tech is an enabler. Okay, so in this present dispensation, it is very important to find technology as a tool to use to project or to make yourself visible. Because then again, like I'm saying, you might be very knowledgeable, skillful in something, but if you're not selling what you have, then you're not making value, because then no one knows you. So how do people, one of the things, when I was growing up, one of the things my dad told me was that, yes, I can be very good in math, I can be very good in English and all that, but one thing he wants me to master is communication.
Absolutely.
Wonderful.
Because he believes that my dad didn't go to school. I mean, he ended up a driver, you know, and he always said that during negotiations at the workplace, the English guys, the guys speaking English and the guys talking so well, you know, they are able to make their point clear, and then they're able to add value to or whatever discussion that was going on. And I think that it is a very important thing. So tech gives you, or let's say social media, gives you the ability and gives you the platforms to be able to communicate who you are and communicate that persona, that personality, that trait, and to make it visible to the world and to, I mean, get some ripple value from that.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Okay, now you've talked about how important it is to have a personal brand. No doubt. Like you said, in the next 10 years, that's what is going to happen. You're going to be checking out.
It's even happening
No, it's
right
happening.
now.
I mean,
Yeah,
they're
it's
actually
happening.
in that
I
dispensation.
mean, we had a conversation with Emmeline and Louis when it comes to the world of HR and what people look out for, employers look out for before they employ people. And the brand that you have outside of your skills or outside of your working space is one of the things that the employer look out for. And we also spoke about how important it is to be careful what you put on your social media platforms, because people look at those things before they even hire you these days.
See, the reason being that, you see, companies these days have assumed a human position. So companies are compassionate, companies are honest, leadership, and we want our employees to carry or manifest those values.
Absolutely.
To support or complement the brand of that organization. So it's very, very key.
It's very key to have that. Okay, so let's begin to talk about how to build a personal brand. But before we talk about building the personal brand, how do I identify my personal brand?
Okay, so thing is, everything that exists in this world that has a name, has a brand, whether you know it or not. You have a brand. Even inanimate objects, cars, Mercedes-Benz, Tesla. Tesla appeals to young folk, tech-savvy guys and all that. Everything has a brand. But you have to, as a person, identify, and we see one of the most important things is that your personal brand must, as much as you can, make it very authentic. So your inherent abilities, your traits, values can be decided on. You can decide to say that, look, the things that matter to you, you are compassionate. You are very honest in your dealings, based on your moral objectivism, or your value, or whatever it is. You would want to start from there. Okay, and then put that and communicate that into everything that you do. I've known you for a while now, and I've met you on different platforms. I've seen you on different platforms, you know. And I think that your employees or whoever that will engage you to do something for them are looking not just because of your skill or something that you do, but your relational, you know, position, your relational posture. Okay, so it is very important that you identify those things and then find a way to merge it into your institutional brand. Now, when it comes to personal brand, there are two things that I normally like to talk about. So, Godwin, there's a, okay, so let's say Joe Metal, Joseph Oscar Metal. That's his personal brand. He has an institutional brand as Joe Metal. Okay, so whatever he's projecting as Joe Metal is a musician Joe Metal, not his family issues. Okay, not his, let's say, private business. Those are the two things. But lately, we are trying to have a hybrid of that two positions. So your institutional brand as a presenter, as a TV host, and your personal brand. People like to put up on their Instagram or their social media handles their family relations. Okay, they have kids. They are very
mother, wife, husband. You know, you see in the bio and stuff.
And that communicates a sense of responsibility. So an employee is saying that, look, I think that this guy is grounded. Let me employ him because I think that because he's responsible at home, he's a good father, he's a good husband, he will bring on that same qualities or those same abilities into my business. When I give him a task, he performs it very well. You know, so I think those are the tangents.
Okay, so you know, I have a friend, and he once told me that, Ohima, I'm sorry, but it's gotten to a point in my life where I have to fake it till I make it. In a sense that he wanted to be at a certain level in life, and he wanted to be at a mingle with certain people. And he knew that before he can mingle with those kind of people and get to that level where he wants, he needs to fake it. In a sense that the way he dresses needs to change. He needs to look more smart, more formal. The way he speaks, he needs to improve on his communication, like you said. And just some characteristics that comes with him as a person, he needs to change those things so that he can fit into this new group that he wants to fit into, just so he can get business deals and things like that. So when it comes to faking it till you make it, I mean, a lot of young people nowadays feel like, okay, I need to pretend, almost pretend to be somebody else so that I can fit into a group, and then eventually when I make it, I'll find my identity. What do you think about that?
You know, there are positives and negatives to that theory, okay? And especially in this generation, the millennials, the Gen Zs, that like a lot of visibility. They lack a lot of attention. They have attention disorders and all that. They easily sway and want to leave a certain status or a certain whatever in society. But you see, from the onset, you as a person, you need to decide what your career path is, what your life objectives are. You see, I'm not here to morally judge what is wrong or what is right but in all your doings, you need to be authentic to yourself.
Absolutely.
Okay, you don't need to, because you see, there's something I always say that you don't have to always chase people or chase society or chase status. When you bring value to yourself, they'll be chasing you.
Absolutely.
Okay, I have friends who don't have degrees, but they work at high-level institutions at top management levels, you know, because they've added value to themselves. And when I started the conversation, I was saying that it is very important to design your path, because those objectives would now align what you have exactly how you're going to get there. So if that friend of yours wants to roll or join a bandwagon of certain successful people, or she wants to own a boat and be in Monaco and be in Dubai and all that.
Absolutely.
To own a boat and be part of that association in Monaco, you need to be paying about 100,000 euros a year.
Absolutely.
How do you make that money? What are you selling that is valuable to the general public? That's very important. So faking it, how long can you fake it if you don't have something to sustain that fake brand that you're living in? So as much as you can, make your brand very authentic. Very, very authentic. Okay.
But don't you think that it's also like a problem, especially when it comes to people, key personalities who are public figures, for example? I wouldn't necessarily say celebrities or people who are famous, but people who have made a mark outside of, across borders or even in their countries or communities. It becomes, for example, a bit hard for them to sustain the image that they've built for themselves. So when they reach that point where it's like, okay, I can't sustain that image anymore, I can't sustain that lifestyle anymore. A lot of faking, like I said, and a lot of pretending to be who they are not, and going out of their ways to still keep up with that lifestyle or still keep up with that image comes in. So in that sense, how do you deal with it? Because it's not like you were faking it before. You were authentic. Yes, you were authentic. You knew what you wanted. You've built your brand. But it's got to a point where, I mean, there's a block. There's no way out for you.
A typical example would be rappers in Ghana.
Thank you.
Or
even
athletes. In Ghana.
Or even athletes. Athletes are a perfect example.
You have artists like, for instance, I'm not saying this is the case, but you have artists like maybe Sarkodie. We all saw his beginning. We saw how he was authentic to his art. He was, people loved him and all that. It gets to a point, he's rolling with Akons and the rest, and you realize that to move with Akon and the rest, you have to be at a certain level. So I don't know what Sarkodie did, but for some people, they will have to now put on a facade or put on, some form of face to be able to keep up that image in the eyes of the public.
Okay, two things. First of all, you see, that theory doesn't help society, because everything that we do, we live in a society, we live with people, and these motivators, these celebrities, people look up to them. People are inspired by them. They have mentees that look up to them. So as a leader, because you're already a leader, maybe you might not be in a position of positional leadership, but you have a responsibility to lead an attitudinal in an attitudinal manner. Okay, so you failed, and so what? Someone has to learn from that failure. Okay, talking about Sarkodie, I'm sure that we have people like, I think the lady you mentioned who is a brand architect and all that. Having people manage your brand is very, very important, especially if you have an institutional brand like what Sarkodie has. When he started, he was rapping in Chi. People were saying that he won't take you far, he won't take you far.
Yeah.
But the guy is there because he stayed true to the cause.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
He stayed authentic. He would have listened to the people and said that, Charlie, the way the thing is going, they want to break out. I need to try and do a lot of English, whatever. But no. He stayed true to it. People advised him, and I'm sure he listened. And that is why he is where he is today. You know, because being authentic with consistency, focus, and mental discipline, people tend to take you more serious.
Right.
You know, so if you are not authentic, you are trying to be synthetic about your brand value, and you are always like a leaf. Wherever the wind goes, you are going with them. You won't last. You won't last. You fall out very soon.
Interesting. Yeah. Nick Solomon is just full of height. Now, if you just joined us, you're watching the AM Club, and we're discussing the significance of having a personal brand, or the significance of personal branding. Do we have social media? Do we have some tweets coming in?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not
All
yet.
right.
But we'll read some.
So do want to
Yeah.
so do want to send us your messages on our social media handles at MX24GH with the hashtag the AM Club, or on WhatsApp on 055 033 1511 055 033 1511. Nicholas, you have a question, or should I go with my...
So basically, I want to ask how you maintain a good brand.
Before that, can I ask him steps to building the personal brand? First of all, because I think there are people who want to know what steps to take. So at least 5 steps to building a personal brand.
So first of all, one of the things you need to be aware of, to be very conscious of, is your values and your traits.
Beautiful.
Those are very important, intrinsic, nature or character that will help you, or those are the building blocks of a very great personal value and personal brand. Okay, that will at the end or eventually yield more value for you. So you look at what values or the or the guiding principles that helps you as a person to make decisions, to make assessments. Okay, when you engage people, how you want to be treated, how you treat them. So things like honesty. Okay, things like compassionate. Things like not cheating people, okay? Those are things that you need to be aware of. And then traits. Someone will say that, oh, you are confident. Probably you are just assertive, and you need to be conscious of the society. Because in this part of our world, if you come across...
I got that. When I first moved to Ghana, that's something that I really struggled with. It's
because
like, your confidence is now seen as arrogance.
Exactly.
And it was not.
But you see, the good thing about that is, if people tend to think that it's becoming a bit more annoying, you need to find a way to not tone it down, but find a way to get it accepted in a way. You could be very assertive, and not coming across as overconfident or egoistic. And I like your confidence, because I've watched some of your shows, and I think that you come across a very confident person. And those are the things that you need to take note of. So your values, your traits, okay, things that the adjectives that people use on you when you're not around. Oh, Godwin. Godwin is so eloquent. Godwin is so that. Godwin is so that. Those are the things. So that's step 1. Your values, your traits. The next thing you look at is trying to have an objective of where you want to go. Okay, so you are eloquent. Where do you want to go with that eloquence? What kind of brand do you want to build around that eloquence? Do you want to be a motivational speaker? Do you want to get into hosting TV shows? Do you want to get on radio? What do you want to do with it? So then when you identify that objective, that is where you put structures and systems in place and steps that will help you to achieve that overall or grand objective. Okay, so you want to be on TV. What skills do you need to acquire? Okay, so now you are building on the traits and your values. Because people say that, oh, Gordon is confident. He can stand in front of people. He's not shy. Okay, then when you are aware of that, you are conscious of those traits and values, then you set an objective for yourself. Then in that objective, you set strategies and plans to achieve that objective. Now, when you set that in motion, you need to also, so I'm going to the third point. You need to build an image for yourself. How do you want to appear? Okay. What hairstyle do you want to keep? A back bush?
Nice one. I see what you did there.
Exactly, I did
too. Do you want to keep a back bush? Do you want to wear...
Pat d'éléphant.
There you go.
Say that again.
Pat d'éléphant.
Pat d'éléphant. Okay. Do you want to wear that? Do you want to come... See, there are people that manifest their confidence. They manifest their assertiveness in the way they dress.
Absolutely.
You could see a guy, he's intimidating you just the way he looks. You know, I am a business consultant, but I like to look funky. Because I've realized that most of my clients, or I want to serve a clientele that are young, that have started businesses, and they don't want to see me like some old folk who is,
suits and all of that.
So I want to come to their level.
Yes, exactly.
And meet at a coffee shop and discuss your business. So that you put an image for yourself. And then you look at how you can be visible. If social media is where you want to go, fine. If you are a business consultant like I am, I'm personally not on TikTok.
Okay.
Because I don't see how it serves my purpose.
Absolutely.
Okay. But I'm on LinkedIn and I'm very active on LinkedIn. Because that is where I get to meet the kind of people that probably have the buying power of what I do, that will actually probably understand what I do. Because if I go on TikTok, I'm going to just look at funny videos and skits and all these things. If I go on Instagram, maybe I'm just curious about what's happening. I just go on some blog, I look at what is happening in the day. I go on MX24, I look at Cafe Daily, I look at what's happening. Breaking news and all that. So you need to also look at where you are putting your brand or where you are being visible. That is also very important. And then finally, you look at your target audience,
there you go.
which also will inform where you're putting your information. Look at your target audience. So do you want to appeal to Gen Z? Do you want to appeal to millennials? Do you want to appeal to baby boomers? Do you want to appeal to Gen Y? Do you want a hybrid of that? You select where you're putting them. So that's also very important. And then you also take notes of the people that can afford your services, the people that can afford their services, those that are affording your services. Because, for instance, if, let's say, MX24, your personal brand ended you here based on your business objective or your career objective, okay, what is your employer looking at? They want to appeal to a younger generation, right? That younger generation, what is influencing their decisions at the home? What is influencing their decision in their social circles? That must interest you, so that you know how to coin your content and how you manifest yourself to appeal to them. Because in doing that, that is how you maximize your value, your brand value, your personal brand, which will in turn give you some cash. So those are the basic steps.
Nick Solomon.
I think it was a bit fast, but
no, it's good because I took pointers in my head. I took values and traits is the first step. Then you look at your objective, and then you build an image, and then you look for visibility where you think you should put that brand, and then the last one you said
your audience.
There you go.
Yes, and just like building a personal brand comes with a lot of research and knowing really who you are.
Well, it is important. You see, like for instance, brands like Mercedes-Benz, Tesla, they spend millions of dollars in research and development.
They do.
Okay.
They do.
And I bet you Sarkodie is doing the same.
Absolutely. And it's reflecting in his brand.
Yes.
Absolutely.
It is.
They are always there researching where are the thinking population going? What is influencing their thought? What is influencing the music space? He takes into consideration all these things.
Beautiful. Nicholas Solomon, I say to you that we already made him an AM Club member, but time has run out. Producer, please, can we have part 2 of this conversation? Because there are so many questions.
Exactly.
There are so many questions we want to ask. We are not done at all. So if possible, maybe we'll have you back next week to complete this conversation.
It's a deal.
It's
a deal? Fantastic.
Thank you very much, Nicholas. We're very grateful.
you.
We just tuned in, you're watching the AM Club. We just had a conversation with Nicholas Solomon. We're discussing the significance of personal branding. That was loaded.
Absolutely.
I took some pointers. Hope you did take some pointers too. When we return from this commercial break, we are going to be having our hashtag today, which is what? Fashion Wednesday. But speaking of Sarkodie, let's leave you with a song by far, I say, Ghana's biggest export musically.
Most valuable brand.
Most valuable.
Music. There you go. Most valuable brand. And this is Coachella featuring Kwesi Arthur. Enjoy.
Yeah.
Opinions are like onions. Everybody has one.
Abortion is a no-no. As a human being, you must take responsibility for all your actions and inactions. Your misjudgment shouldn't be enough grounds to take a life.
No. I disagree with you because look, if you do not legalize it, people will go to quack doctors anyway who might end up not just kill the baby, but the mother as well.
Why should I waste my time, join a long queue under the hot sun to vote for a political party, knowing very well that nothing would be achieved at the end of the day?
Something will be achieved. It's your civic responsibility to turn out to vote. Vote and vote for a good leader.
Governments need to cater to every graduate, diversify the economy, invest in other sectors.
But the government cannot do it all. That is why we need the youth to take up the mantle and set up their own businesses. That is how we will create economic viability.
Here on Opposing Views, we take your views, my views, and the views of the experts and put them in the right context for you, our discerning viewers.
Angelina, you be cool in my temperature. If you call,
say cheese, take a picture. Shaka post, make I see, take a picture.
in a leg book, boah.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say. Shake your body.
Do you know the top 10 music trends? Have you seen the new music videos everyone is talking about? Do you know how your favorite artist makes their music? I'm moving, but they be bluffing and puffing and they be screaming and yapping, some even feeling and bragging. First thing is, I'm patient. That talented upcoming artist in your area needs the spotlight. Let them be our unsung star. Do you have any questions about music? I'm Jason Alay, and I'm a music plug on MX Chart right here on MX24.
Wagwan, my people, welcome to X Cave.
A boy's body count and a girl's body count matter differently.
Wow, ladies.
Probably an experience, something that happened.
Is it a deal breaker in a relationship?
No.
The X Cave, and this show focuses on topics that are hot on the lips of our young people and presents it in an open, honest conversation.
Oh, look at him, he's crying, he's such a girl.
In other words, there are no liars on our show.
The man is the head of the home. The man is, quote unquote, the breadwinner.
We come here with the truth.
We talk of something being toxic. It's something which is harmful or unpleasant.
Stay glued to the television for the hottest show on TV.
Welcome back, and you're still watching the AM Club right here on MX24. Remember the conversation with the hashtag the AM Club. Please do join in on all our social media platforms at MX24GH. So a quick reminder that September Rush is here, guys. Starting this week, you will be able to win fantastic prizes right here on MX24 and on the AM Club, from TV sets to mobile phones and many other cool gadgets, courtesy our sponsors, Compute Ghana. So stay posted on all our social media platforms for more details. It's now time for Fashion Wednesday, hashtag Fashion Wednesday, and today we're going to be talking about tattoos and the conceptions and misconceptions of body art. So people engage in body art for many reasons. For some, it is just fashionable, while others, it is a signal of change or a mark of a moment, or even to hide a scar. But there is an or a stigma that comes with piercings and tattoos, and the stigma that having them directly reflects on your behavior and your morals as a person. So body art invokes the notion of criminals, satanic worship, and unsavory characters. Tattoos and piercings are also almost always perceived as to be related to gang members. But people have been turned down for jobs, bank loans, and even dates because of their body art. But that's why we are going to be having this conversation today, and we are going to be talking about body art and the conceptions and misconceptions about it. So joining me on this conversation, we have Frank and Munia, who are tattoo artists and the CEOs of 410 Studio Limited, which is a tattoo studio. And we also have Sasha, who is an entrepreneur and body art fanatic. Welcome to the AM Club, guys. I'm actually so excited about this conversation because, I mean, we live in a society or in a world where if you have a tattoo, it's like a taboo. And it has religious, perspective when it comes to it as well. I remember when I got my tattoo, one was like, your body is a temple of God. Why do you get tattoo? And I remember telling her that it was not permanent and it was going to eventually wash away. And my little sister went off to tell her that, Mom, no, it's permanent. And after the year, because I wasn't at home at that time, I was at uni. So when I come back home, she would look at my back and she'd say, is it still there? And I'm like, yeah, it is. It's here to stay, okay? But there's this conception, I mean, when it comes to religion, when it comes to our morals, culture, and tradition. But then one thing that I also want to say is that tattoos goes back way behind. I mean, the culture aspect of it, the tradition aspect of it. People used to tattoo themselves back in the days. I mean, it goes all the way back to the Stone Age, for example. And people used to do that to even identify what tribe they belong to, what families they belong to, what religion they belong to. And I even remember my grandma, she had a tattoo on her arm, and it was with her name and her date of birth, because the village that she was born in, I mean, at that time, they had no birth certificates and things like that. So they used to tattoo their birthdays and their names on their arms, which she had till she passed away, really and truly. So tattoo can have a lot of meaning, and it can also mean different things for different individuals. But then, Frank, let me start with you. Okay. What does tattoo mean to you as a person? You're an artist, and what does it mean to you?
Okay, to me personally, I feel tattoos is a way of it's a sort of body art to express how you feel about yourself, and as well to tell a story about your experiences in life or the journeys of what you've lived through. Yeah. But yeah, you're right. These days, a lot of people just get it wrong when they see you with tattoos. The first impression that comes to their mind, oh no, it's a no-go area. That person is totally a bad person. But yeah, you can't judge a book from the cover,
Yeah. So. Okay, Sasha, you're sitting there just smiling away. So you have tattoos. You're also an entrepreneur. You have piercings as well. So what does that mean to you, having body art?
Well, for me, it's something like a passion. I have passion for art, and they say when you have passion for art, you just don't just put it in your room. It follows you everywhere you go. So for me, it's the passion I have for it. Okay. And it's like you've said it all. You just concluded the show. Yeah. Some of us believe that it's for a religion. Some of my art also reminds me of my past experience or whatsoever it is that has something so dear to me. Okay. So for me, tattoo is just, in this modern world, it's fashion. But in those days, it's about time people get to understand that the fact that you have tattoo doesn't mean you are, excuse me to say, a bad person, or you are uncultured, or you don't have parents. In Ghana here, they are like, hey, excuse me to say, I don't mommy and tutu.
I know, exactly.
So those kind of concepts, it's like about time people understand that it's just fashion. And if you love art, you love art, and that's it.
Exactly. Okay, so Munia, what about you? What does body art mean to you?
I think it's nice, the great things to do if you want to, if you don't feel any pressure, if you stand for yourself, and if it's good, like you can tell a story, you can beautify yourself, save memories of moments, people, stuff like that, loved ones. So I think it's nice. It's your body, like you own your body, and I think we should be free to do whatever we want with our bodies.
Absolutely.
At the end of the day, it doesn't change anything in who you are, the inside of you. You're still the same. So that's it.
Okay. So Frank, you're a tattoo artist as well, and you're one of the CEOs, you and Munia, of 1401. Is it? It's 1410. That's
Yes.
it. Okay. So you say 1410, not 14. Okay, that's it. All right. So usually when your clients come to you and they say they want a tattoo, what are their reasons for getting one?
Okay. The most popular reason, because they just want to look different.
Yeah.
And maybe they just feel like they should add something new to their life, you know, to have a different perspective in life. You understand? So most of them just want to do stuff to remember themselves of day they were born, or to appreciate someone and stuff like that. Yeah. So.
But okay, this is a question that a lot of people ask. I mean, we know that there are different types of tattoos as well. Yeah. So can you just name them, or just mention like a few, like the different types?
Yeah. So there's a whole different style of tattooing. There are techniques as well. Okay, but in Africa, what we are most common to is fine lines and, let's say, a little bit of black and gray. Most people don't understand what black and gray is. You know, they confuse that for 3D and realistic tattoos, but it's basically the same thing, but done in a different way. And let me just say, is the detailing of whatever project you're working on that actually does the contrast between lines and shading.
Okay.
Okay, I understand.
All right. Okay. So one thing that a lot of people also tend to ask is, when you get a tattoo, is it painful?
Most definitely, but not like painful to the point where you feel like
you can't take it.
You can't take it no more. Yeah.
Okay. So, Sasha,
it's a great thing to test yourself.
I know, right?
Yes.
Yes. Test yourself and see if it will be painful or not, right?
It is always painful wherever you put it on your body. Of course, there are places that are less, more or less painful. But at the end of the day, you're just proud of yourself.
Exactly.
You know that you've been through a type of pain, certain type of pain,
and you're able to withheld it. Okay, so Sasha, you have many tattoos on yourself. How many tattoos do you have on your body so far?
Stop counting.
It's over 50, I can count.
You have over 50 tattoos.
Yeah, over 50.
Wow, so you have some on your legs, you have some on your arm.
Yeah, I have some on my spine, all over, like all over.
All over your body.
Yeah.
That's okay. So when did you start getting tattoos?
Actually, that started somewhere in 2015.
Okay.
Well, 2015, there was, you know, in life, sometimes you go through ups and downs, and then you feel like you are neglected, you feel abandoned, you feel like no one wants to talk to you, you feel like you're an outcast. So I was like that, and then my junior brother was like, yo, cheer up, because we know you. We know you can get through this. You don't fight the battle with, like, objects. Your fight has to come from within. Your strength is from within. So I kept that in my head. I was like, oh, my junior brother is telling me strength from within.
Exactly.
So I like that thing. So I had it here, strength from within. So each time I look myself in the mirror, I'm like, no matter what comes, I come across face to face, I have the strength to fight it.
Absolutely.
So most of my tattoos are written words. Most of them are flowers. And they all have this meaning to me that when I see this tattoo, I know that, okay, I can go through this, or I've been through this before. And a lot of people ask me, like, is it painful? I don't really say it's painful, because everybody and their capability which they can sustain pain. For me, all my tattoos, there is none that is painful. I don't feel pain. Most of my tattoos I do when I'm doing snap, and then you see me laughing, and people are like, are you real? Like,
yeah, exactly.
I don't really feel pain, because even the pain I'm going through emotionally, the physical one is suppressing it. So like, I'm like, you have no idea what I'm going through, because for me, tattoo is not really painful.
But then why would you decide to express yourself through body art and not maybe through the normal art of maybe painting and, you know, I don't know, just expressing yourself in different ways? But then why body art in a form of giving out a message, or what's the word, reminding you that, okay, these are some of the quotes, or these are some of the things that maybe somebody dear to you said to you?
You know, like art itself, it's something like a calling. If you don't have passion for it. I love tattoo, but I can't draw.
Listen, you're right, because I love art, but I can't draw, and I would not even dare. Last time we had a painting session on the show, and I always say, I think I had like an F in art when I was doing at school. I can't draw. I love it, but I just can't. I can't combine. I can't even write properly. My handwriting, Lord have mercy. I can't even do that. So yeah.
So
anyways,
so
continue.
it's a calling. It's something that you really have to have passion for, because there are some arts like. Even the artists, you ask them, to you it's meaningless. But when you look on this painting and you are like, this doesn't really mean something, and then he begins to express to you, explain to you what it means, before you get to understand that this is more than what you are saying. And I always like to do this in a funny way. Like, I liked it when you say your mom says that your body is the temple of God. My mom always told me that. She was like, don't you know that your body is the temple of God? And I'm like, when you go to churches, you see them, they draw Jesus Christ, they draw Mary.
Yeah, exactly.
So my body is the temple of God, and I'm decorating it for God. So that's it.
Hey, that's it. Frank is like, you agree with that.
Yeah, if it's the temple of the Lord, just decorate the walls, you know.
It's all about here. It's all about here.
So you also have piercings.
Yes,
Why the piercings as well?
I love piercings. I love this kind of thing. It's just fashion. I just love piercings.
So it goes with your look, as in the way you identify yourself as a person.
Yes, that's my personality somehow.
Okay, fantastic. So how many piercings do you have?
Actually, here is 25. I think here is 8, and some are on unseen places.
Unseen places. Okay, no problem. So now, Munia, I want you to take us through the process of getting a tattoo. So what do you do? I mean, I know that you had to draw sometimes. Like, just take us through the process of getting a tattoo.
Of course. First of all, we need like an idea or a reference photo, something from you, a brief, let's say, to understand your needs, the size, the placement, stuff like that, to give you feedback whether it's a good or bad placement, good idea, stuff like that, and give you a quote. Of course, you have to agree to the quote.
Yeah.
And then we start designing for you. If it's a custom design, yes. If it's anything like that, and you arrive to the shop, we prepare you, you sign a form, you clean up the space, print the design, place it on your body. Do you agree? You don't agree? Give you some time to think about it. And then we ink it.
Okay.
And you go through it.
And in terms of pricing, what are the
give
ranges?
you aftercare as well.
Okay. Well, what are the ranges for tattoo in general? Is it like an expensive thing to do?
Well, that's a good question. Would you think about the price, or would you think about the quality?
I mean, in every single thing that you do, there's quality, and there's the one that everybody has out there, really and truly. So, okay. So in terms of just in general, when it comes to tattoos, not even when it comes to 1410, but when it comes to tattoos in general, like, is it like an expensive thing to get it done, or does it depend on the design, or it depends on the kind of ink? Do you guys have different inks as well, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
So basically, I think the thing is a good tattoo is an investment.
Yeah.
Okay. It's just like you waking up in the morning and going to a car shop and like, I want to purchase this car. Okay. So if you want to get body art, it's lifetime. It lives with you. Okay, so you need to understand that. So if you want to wake up every morning and be happy about yourself, because getting a tattoo actually makes you feel good. It gives you some confidence, you know. So it's an investment. So you can have a tattoo range from between about I'm sorry to use the dollar currency, but you can use from $50 to $80, and the price keeps going like all the way to the size of the project you're working with. Okay. Some people invest up to, like, let me say maybe $5,000 to $20,000
on tattoo.
Yeah, depending on what they're working on. So yeah, it's actually an investment. So if you think of getting a good tattoo, you should think of how much you want to invest in something
it.
Good.
Because it's a lifestyle thing as well. Absolutely. Okay, so Sasha, now back to you. When it comes to obviously your appearance, I mean, your tattoos are there, your piercings are there. Have you ever encountered any challenges because of the way you look?
A lot. A lot. But as I said, that motivated me, because here in Ghana or here in Africa, when you have even multiple, just double piercings, you are not even allowed into the military or into whatsoever government work you state. And this has, I've killed a lot of dreams, because Africa here, you judge people by their appearance, but not what they can bring on table. I was very happy when you were talking about your CEO. when you go to the Western side, they don't look about your appearance, they look about what is in here.
Absolutely.
And here in Ghana, if we are going to look for a job and someone is dressed decently according to them, and then someone like me goes there, they focus on the appearance. And I always say that due to appearances, we have a lot of, excuse me to use, a bunch of idiots sitting in prominent places, because you see pastors, excuse me to use that word, but that's the fact. You see pastors, people reverend pastors, but we have a lot of them who are wolves in sheep clothing. So it's not about how people look at. It's about time people understand that somebody can be looking like indecent, as they say, but the brain the person has, not even the one who has degree and masters can have that. So it's about time they start thinking out of the box and don't look at people like that. Really helped me, because now I'm a CEO, I'm an entrepreneur, because how I look like if I go in search of job, nobody's going to employ me. So I always advise the youth there, like, if a lot of them do this due to peer pressure, you understand? Excuse me to say, Obeka say, I love this start. I don't know the reason why he did it.
He did it, yeah.
But because it's nice, I'm going to do the same thing. Ask yourself in the next 5 years, will you still look at that tattoo and appreciate it? So it has to be something from within. That's about you. Now back to we saying that I have a lot of encounter. You're like, hey, wait there. I don't think you're good for the job. I don't think you can do this. It's about time we think out of the box and don't judge people by their appearance, but judge them by what they have in here.
In their mind, yeah. And in terms of the world of entrepreneurship, now you have your own business, I presume. How has that been for you? For example, I don't know, so what exactly do you do? Let me even add that.
Cosmetologist and fashion designer.
Oh, fantastic. Okay, so how do you deal with your clients? Okay, so when they see you at first, do they feel like, oh my God, no, I don't want to have an association with her, or I don't want to get closer to her because she might be this and that just because of the way she looks? And by the way, never judge a book by its cover. I mean, this is a saying that we always say, and as soon as we see something, we're like, do not judge a book by its cover, do not judge. But then we tend to do it as human beings. So please, let's stop. And so when it comes to your clients, how do you deal with them? And have you ever, maybe somebody has ever come to you and not wanting to work with you just because of the way you look?
Yeah, and most of them, like, they are like, hey, she looks very expensive. When they get into the salon, they are like, well, can I afford this? That's their fear. Most of them, they are like, they see me and then they think that, hey, people like this, they are unfriendly. That's the most problem I have with most of my clients. They are like, people like this are unfriendly, people like this are very expensive, I don't think I can. So when they come in and I give them this welcome gesture and then I begin to have fun, they're like, hey, you are far from what I think you are. And I'm like, don't judge a book by its cover.
Exactly.
That's the problem I face with a lot of people. And some of my apprentices also, which I work with, they also, due to peer pressure and those kind of things, that have tattoos and they're going to look for a job and they're not getting the job because they have tattoos, because they have piercings. I'm like, wow, it should be a stepping stone for you. It could be your own CEO, because there are some kind of work that we, the makeup artists and cosmetologists today, if you study, we are somehow highly paid. So it's even going to help you to be your own boss. So don't look down on yourself because society thinks that there is nothing good in you. Believe in yourself, believe in what you can do, and focus on that, because society will always tell you that, you can't do it. And later on, they will point you as a reference to others that, like, hey, she did it, so you can also do it. So don't let anybody intimidate. I don't feel intimidated by this is who I am. You can't change it.
Yeah, fantastic. I love the confidence. I really, really do. Now, Frank, let's talk about where you can get yourself tattoos on your body. So just, are there particular places that you cannot, is like a no-go area, or you can literally get tattoos everywhere?
Okay, so for getting tattoos, there's no limit, okay? So people go extreme to actually have tattoos on the head. Like you shave the whole hair off and you tattoo the entire head. You can tattoo your palms underneath your feet. So there's no limit to that.
Yeah, because I've seen people tattoo their eyeballs as well, the lips and all of that. I mean, do you think that that's a bit extreme?
Yeah, it's really extreme, and it determines some caution and care as well. You get, so that's why I said there's no limits to getting tattoos.
Okay, so do you think that any health implications when it comes to body art, tattoos, piercings, whatever?
A lot. When it comes to health implications, there's a lot. Okay. Firstly, you need to understand that you're dealing with pigments and needles, okay? And this stuff, for them to actually live with you, they have to be laid properly underneath the third layer of your skin, okay? So you can go from getting a good tattoo to having a bad infection, okay?
Wow.
And that can come if you don't take care of the tattoo, or if you get a tattoo from an unprofessional artist,
yeah.
okay? They don't have sterile equipment, they don't have sterile needles, the hygiene of the environment where you got the tattoo as well. All that stuff can sum up to ruin your tattoo, okay? So you can have a good tattoo go from smooth to bumpy and keloid, all right? And you can have a good tattoo go from clean to fade off completely, like you never had anything there. So yeah, there's a lot of health precautions.
Okay, so in terms of the medications, the antibiotics and everything, like, do you have to take any of that whilst you're getting tattooed? Because I know one thing as well, well, before you answer that, I know one thing as well, I've heard a saying that you can't drink alcohol before you tattoo yourself, and why is that?
Yeah, so you know what alcohol does to you. It's kind of like thins your blood, okay? When you're intoxicated with alcohol, like it thins your blood. And if you come into the studio when you've had like alcohol, let's say 24 hours or maybe 48, 72 hours before getting the tattoo, what happens is the artist will have a bad time, okay? So every time the needle breaks the skin, instead of laying the pigment properly, you see the pickles of blood come out a lot. So what they do is when blood mixes with the pigment, when you're tattooing at that point, the pigment might not hold firm.
Oh,
okay. There should be blood,
yeah,
but it shouldn't be like the whole time while you're tattooing. Okay, it should be to some point when like the skin layer is broken because you've overworked it.
Okay,
it's not like from the first scratch of the needle.
Okay.
So that's it. So we just advise not to take alcohol before coming for your tattoo session.
Okay. And Sasha, have you encountered any infections or anything like that from your tattoo?
For my tattoo, not really, because each tattoo I do, as soon as I'm done with it, I go to the hospital and get antibiotics. I normally use the IV. Yes. So for my tattoos, I never really had any problem. But with my piercings, sometimes it's completely healed, like just saying, and you can go from healed and before you see the next day, it's infected. So you have to put all these things into consideration. If you want tattoos or you want piercing, then you should be ready to make sure you clean them up every now and then and go for checkups, because you never know.
Okay, that's fine. Okay, so now, Munial, in terms of the tattoos as well and the preservation of the tattoo, what are some of the things that you have to do to preserve them, especially when you firstly get it done?
You have to respect the aftercare. If, for instance, you come to our shop, we take some 5 minutes to discuss with you about the aftercare, how to wash your tattoo, how to moisturize it daily, twice a day, etc. So yeah, and after that, like on the long run, there are some cream as well that you can apply on your tattoo to keep it bright, shiny, stuff like that. So it's like once you get the tattoo, like up to the end, like it's a constant like routine and aftercare.
And how long does it usually take to heal completely?
It depends on people. People heal really fast. 10 days, people are cool. Some people 2 weeks. But what you see on the surface is the top layer that is healed, but what is happening underneath like can last for 6 months, 1 year. So yes.
Okay, so within that 6 months and 1 year, because obviously if you think that it's healed on the surface, how do you make sure that what's underneath is also healing properly? How do you check on that?
You can't really check. You can feel it.
Okay.
When you wash yourself with a sponge hardly, the pain when someone hits you, or, like you can feel it. So it takes time, actually.
Fantastic. Okay, so now Frank, do you have any final words? And also, if people want to contact you, where do they go to?
Final words, I don't know, but to everyone that has gotten tattoos from 1410, we appreciate you guys. Keep recommending us to your friends, your folks, anyone. And also, if you're out there and you're looking to get a tattoo, you should actually go to a professional to get a good tattoo. And if you're looking to get a good tattoo that will last you a lifetime as well, you also consider investing good money in getting a good tattoo as well.
Okay, fantastic. Sasha, what about you? Final words?
All I have to say is that be yourself. Be confident in yourself. Do whatever that makes you happy, because at the end of the day, it's just you and you yourself. Don't get intimidated about what people have to say about you. The society is still learning, and we are here to enlighten them that the fact that you have tattoos or you have multiple piercings doesn't mean you are uncultured or you're a bad person. So just be yourself. Just believe in yourself. And whatever it is that you're doing, that you are yet to get a tattoo or you already have one, make sure that what you are going to do in the next 5 years or 10 years, you're not going to regret it. That's all.
Fantastic. Okay, so Munia, if anybody wants to contact 1410,
the easiest way, Instagram, I would say 14.10.studio on Instagram, a quick DM, and we'll be glad to assist you.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for joining us on the AM Club and sharing your experience and some tips as well and some more knowledge about body arts. It was very insightful. I learned a lot and I hope that you did as well. And I can officially say that you are all members of the AM Club. So you're welcome. Yes, you're welcome to pass by anytime. You have full membership. Okay, I'll send you your emails later. Okay, so that will be all for today's hashtag, which was Fashion Wednesday. We hope that you learned a lot and we'll be back very shortly on the AM Club. Stay with us.
Opinions are like onions. Everybody has one.
Abortion is a no-no. As a human being, you must take responsibility for all your actions and inactions. Your misjudgment shouldn't be enough grounds to take a life.
No. I disagree with you because look, if you do not legalize it, people will go to quack doctors anyway who might end up not just kill the baby, but the mother as well.
Why should I waste my time, join a long queue under the hot sun to vote for a political party, knowing very well that nothing would be achieved at the end of the day?
Something will be achieved. It's your civic responsibility to turn out to vote. Vote and vote for a good leader.
Governments need to cater to every graduate, diversify the economy, invest in other sectors.
But the government cannot do it all. That is why we need the youth to take up the mantle and set up their own businesses. That is how we will create economic viability.
Here on Opposing Views, we take your views, my views, and the views of the experts and put them in the right context for you, our discerning viewers.
Angelina, you be cool in my temperature.
Take cheese, take a picture. Shaka pose, make a see, take a picture.
In a leg book, boa.
Why the party there today? Hey mama, hey I ever say. Secure.
It's the dancing for me, I must say. It's
I
the
know,
dancing,
right?
the dancing to these.
You have to show me some of the
I'm a
moves
piano
before,
man. It's crazy. I love it. Absolutely. Look at that video. Anyways, guys, you're still watching the AM Club coming to you live from the Silicon Square here at East Legon. We are having so much fun. Coffee Daily is done. Lifestyle Daily is done. It's now time for the plug. And you know, on the plug, we always plug you to, you know, trending stuff and stuff happening in Ghana and around the continent. And now today on the plug, we've got one of South Africa's buzzing Amapiano artists. With the rise of Amapiano beyond South Africa and its growing popularity in Ghana, we are bringing to you those who know it best. Afrobeat is to Ghana as Amapiano is to South Africa. But before I introduce, he's already on the screen. Let's check out one of his singles, Sumerian Boy.
Before the women and the girls.
Gonna love this gentleman. So all the way from South Africa, we have a young artist who is fast growing in the industry. He recently sold out his first international show. Please help me welcome Musa Keys. Woo! Hey. Drum roll. Hey man, good to have you.
What's happening, bro?
Everything cool?
I'm delicious.
You're in the motherland. You're in the motherland. This is West Africa.
I had to come through. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I'm fine. Okay, so how are you finding your stay in Ghana so far?
Nah, it's pretty chill. It's really hot.
It's hot?
The food is hot.
I know, really? You guys don't really eat spicy food, do you?
We do, but not as much as
we do.
Daily bread,
West
bro.
Africa, we like it spicy.
That is our daily bread.
Yeah.
Everything we eat here has pepper.
I'm telling you, even our breakfast, our wachi.
That's what's up. So anyway, all the way from South Africa, how do you feel? Amapiano is really gaining grounds in Africa and even in the world. How do you feel as a South African, how this genre is really, breaking grounds?
It makes me super happy. Like, I'm super happy about the fact that now we're being established to other countries. You know, it's getting bigger and bigger than what we wanted it to be. Finally, we can have a sound to own and to share with the rest of the world, you know. So just like Americans, they have trap music, R&B, that's their thing. So at least finally we also have our own thing that we can like own. It's super great to be a part of that, you know, to also be one of the like people pushing it out there. So yeah.
Fantastic. And how long have you been in the industry so far?
I don't know.
You don't know?
I don't know what I would consider being the industry, because like there's some things I might have been doing, some people might have not seen them as industry things, but I would have seen them
commercially.
So in terms of putting that into consideration when it comes to the things that you might have been doing but people didn't consider being in the industry, how long has that been?
Probably like 4. Okay, I've been playing the piano.
Okay.
The piano for like, I think this is my 8th year.
Oh, fantastic.
7th or 8th year.
Yeah.
This year. So I've been doing that, and then maybe 3 years later, actually on the same year I started playing, I started venturing into like gigging, you know, doing other things. I was just not too deep into it, but I did do like gigs and all of that. So I would say if it's based on when I started playing the keys, then it's been
Oh, is that where the name comes from? Musa Keys.
Yeah.
I got that. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
And also, oh God, I was going to ask him something. I don't know why it just escaped me. But before we talk about, we talk about your stay in Ghana and how it's been for you. The Sumerian Boy playing in the background, I really like the vibe. Why Sumerian Boy? What's behind that?
The Bible has Samaritans, the good people.
Yeah.
So I genuinely feel like I'm a good person. So yeah, I'm a good person. So my manager and I were actually trying to get a name for the EP I wanted to drop. And then I told her I needed like such a word that would describe how I am, you know, like
Oh.
maybe it could be
Exactly.
where I come from. I'm like church raised, you know,
Okay.
I got raised in church.
I mean,
and
fake
all that.
kids, so.
Yeah, so it was just like a whole connection of who I am. Samaritans in the Bible are good people.
Good people.
Yeah.
I'm a good person. So instead of writing the whole Samaritan, it just didn't sound right.
Samaritan.
You know, so I was like, nah, I gotta tag it out.
Yeah, tag
Samaritan.
it out. That's it.
That's some strong messages in there. I was hearing, you know, the thing about South Africa and things happening there. Is that a message you're trying to put across? I had
Oh yeah.
some
The beginning
narrations.
there was like there was a phase. We're still in it. It's just that it's no longer as hectic as it was at the time. You know, GBV, gender-based violence. You know, it was just like crazy at the time. So I felt like we had a lot of big people, influential people who never spoke about it, who never brought it up, who never played a role in being one of the leaders of canceling it out, you know. So I felt like since the song was big enough already, it would get a larger audience. So that's a perfect way to execute the message to them, to the rest of the people. So yeah.
You sound like a Josie boy. You're a Josie
I
boy.
know.
Which part of South Africa do you come from?
I'm from Polokwane. It's like
Polokwane
City of Progress, but now I stay in Joburg.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go. So let's talk about your stay in Ghana. You've been here for
6 days.
6 days. How's it been going for you? How have you been received?
It's pretty dope. I won't lie. It's too busy.
It's too busy?
Yeah, it's too busy. Like compared to what I've seen. Like
Joburg?
Too many cars passing, too many motorbikes.
Really?
And it's like there are no rules on the road. Like everybody just
It's
drives.
just going.
I mean, that's
and
one thing that we talk about, so it's good that you brought it up.
Yeah, like too many things happening at the same
At
time.
once, yeah.
Yeah.
Don't worry, you get used to it eventually. But then now let's talk about our Ghanaian musicians here. Is there anybody who you want to collaborate with or do a song with, or somebody that you know?
I know a couple of Ghanaian artists. There's Amare.
Yes.
There's Jackie. I don't know if it's
You know,
Jackie,
Jackie, a lot of people like Jackie, and I feel like,
Africans like
exactly, and I feel like when they come to like Ghana, they really want to do something with Jackie as well. I mean, she's dope. She's really dope. So in terms of collaboration, would you want to do anything with anybody here in Ghana?
Yeah. The people I mentioned, I would do something with them, you know. It's something great. Some dope musicians. There's another guy, Ofe. He's coming up. He's pretty dope as well. So yeah.
Okay, so now let's talk about South Africa. Okay, I've never been, but I'll definitely want to go. Can you teach me a word in South Africa that, or how do you say South African? I mean, I know you have different dialects as well. So actually, what tribe are you from?
I'm Tonga.
Okay, Tonga. Okay, so teach me
That's a
Tonga.
different. That's a different
I'd
meaning in
rather
Ghana.
teach you.
No, I want the difficult one. That's the thing. So teach me something in Tonga.
Exactly. You can't even pronounce the language. So I'd rather give you something that's like very
Minimal. It's like very general. Everybody can say it.
General.
Okay.
Danko.
No, that's too easy. I want something difficult, like something difficult.
You could say Tovela Lekai.
Wow.
Say that again.
Tovela Lekai.
Torela like
Lekai.
Likai.
What does that mean?
Torela likai. Torela likai.
It's like cowboy all over again.
I know, right? I know. But that was good, because what does that mean?
Hello, how are you?
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's a lot.
In a respectful word.
Okay.
Hello, how are you?
Okay. Oh, fantastic. Torela likai.
Yeah, Tovela Lekai.
And then how do you respond?
Rogona Lekai.
Torela likai.
Regona.
Oh my goodness.
I thought I was good at languages, but I mean, this is a whole different level.
Of languages and culture, is there some similarity you've identified in Ghana to South Africa?
No, I don't hear a thing. Like there's nothing that you guys say that I'm like, I heard you.
Oh, really? Okay, what about the food, or I don't know, maybe something that reminds you of South Africa here in Ghana? Is there anything?
Okay, it's not a matter of the food, it's a matter of how the food was prepared.
Oh, okay.
You saw the preparation?
No. the way it tasted.
Okay.
It remind, like, you know, we've been here for like 4 days.
Yeah.
We've been eating food that
Yeah.
we're not comfortable
Yeah,
with.
yeah,
Then
yeah.
finally we got like a restaurant that sold proper food, like food
Okay.
that we were like, damn, this
Yeah.
is South African kind of food. you
Yeah.
know? So yeah.
Do you remember what it was?
I had like waffles, pancakes, and ice cream.
That's South African food.
Yeah.
Waffles,
Besides,
pancakes.
that's why I'm not saying South African food.
Oh,
but the
okay.
way it was
Okay,
prepared,
the way it was prepared,
it
okay,
tasted
so-
like
the
South
way-
African.
It's familiar.
Unlike
Yeah.
other ones. I mean, like
Okay.
y'all's KFC
Okay.
tastes different to ours.
What is your favorite South African food?
The McDonald's. You guys don't have
My goodness.
McDonald's, but McDonald's is not South African. I mean, we didn't choose
Like local
American.
South African.
Local.
Oh, local.
Yeah, like local food.
It's local Shisanyama food.
What?
Shisanyama. It's like a braai place. Basically,
Okay.
where they braai food, cook it like raw
Okay.
instead of like having half-done food.
Okay,
You know, so
okay.
they started from ground up.
Yeah.
If they have to
Oh.
kill that cow, then kill
Yeah,
that
kill
cow.
it, yeah.
And
Nice.
do it. Yeah.
Fresh.
That's solid.
That's
Yeah.
fantastic.
Ooh.
Okay, so now let's talk about Amapiano. I know that there was this controversy,
Yeah.
okay, how obviously Nigerians have also been venturing into Amapiano now.
True.
And then there's this thing called Nigerian Amapiano, and then there's
Afroiano, something
yeah. And what are your takes on that? Do you agree with that, or do you feel like no, it started in South Africa, let's just keep it in South Africa and not, you know, try and make it something that it's not?
I don't think that's a good step they
Mhm.
they decided to take, because we know we will never say African Afrobeats,
Mhm,
you know,
mhm,
because we know where that comes from. Like
Exactly.
we respect that,
Mhm.
and them for the fact that they know that we're the pioneers
Mhm.
of the sound.
Mhm.
I feel like it's a bit kind of weird that they
Mhm.
trying to like own
Mhm.
it.
Yeah.
And obviously because Nigerians have more connection to like the rest of the world
In terms of
than
the
us.
entertainment industry, especially, yeah.
Exactly. So for us, it's going to be like, if people catch on to that, they will then not fall in love with the original
Yeah, yeah,
sound.
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
So that's a bit weird for
Mhm,
me. I
mhm,
feel like it's
mhm.
super weird.
Mhm.
They could have just
Collaborated with
collaborated
yeah
or
with
something,
South
you know?
African artists.
Like keep it real, bro.
Mhm,
Like there's
mhm.
no Afroiano or whatsoever. That's Amapiano.
I'm on
They
piano,
do
yeah,
that.
full stop.
Because
Fantastic.
internationally it's known as African music, really.
Yeah.
Really, they don't. I don't think they see Afrobeats or they see what they see. They see every genre of music we do here as African music.
Mm-hmm.
You know. So I think you're right. It could have been a good collaboration without necessarily putting a name to it and making it a Nigerian thing.
Okay, so now I'm ready for this. Please, I need you to show me a move in one of your dance, because I've been trying to learn how to. I know how to do the guala guala. I said it right?
Yeah.
Exactly. So please show me something else that is easy, but then I can learn within 2 minutes.
Can you dance?
Yes, I can. Yes, I can.
West Africans can dance.
Yeah,
please. We dance very well.
Hey man, there's some people are weird.
Okay, so there's a song playing now. So show me like something, how to do something.
Like something like really simple.
Okay, okay, okay.
And the children of our country.
I know that she had South African dancers. Her choreographers was from South Africa. I know, yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's where it's coming from.
Okay,
Oh, that's a
so
good
1,
move.
2,
Can I have the
3,
music?
4. 1, 2, 3. so much for that. Listen, I'm full South African now. Just because I know how to dance it, yeah. Okay, so now let's talk about your new song.
Yeah.
Yeah. Name, where we can watch it, and where we can stream it.
The name of the song is titled Wena.
Okay.
By myself and Libs the Villain, featuring Sinom Solo.
Okay.
So yeah, it's just basically a song about I loved you so much, but you took me for granted. You played too much. You played too much. You gotta be serious about me. You know? I'm available 8 p.m. tonight.
I got you.
But yeah, so Wena, it's talking about you played too much and all of that. It's out on all platforms.
Yeah.
The name of I'm dropping an album in November entitled Tayo, meaning source of joy. I feel like my music is the source of joy for people. Also me as a person, I'm like the people around me feel like I'm the source of joy. Tayo, Wena is the name of the song. I also have another one, very popular one that you guys know. Vulamlomo.
Yes. Yes.
Is that Vulamlomo?
Yeah, it's Zulu.
It's Zulu.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, that's what's up. Those are the 2 singles from my album, my upcoming album. So yeah.
Okay. And if you want to listen to the songs, what platforms do you go to?
All digitals. Also, my socials are Musa Keys, MUSAKEYS, on Instagram with the blue badge, you know. And then on Twitter, it's Musa Keys with a double S, MUSAKEYS.
Okay.
And then on Facebook. Do you guys have Facebook here?
Do we have Facebook here?
Yeah.
Of course we have Facebook.
Of course we have Facebook here. We have everything here,
I'm just
Musa.
asking. I'm just
We
trying
have
to make sure.
everything
Like
here.
well, I've been to Santon City, so I can imagine.
Exactly.
I understand why he'll be asking if we have Facebook in this part of the world.
But also back at home, we're kind of like moving out of it.
Yeah.
You know, it's no longer that popular.
Yeah, no, it's the
It's
same thing around the world.
Already and fired up for you to listen.
Fantastic. Well, thank you very much, Musa Keys. And there you have it. And unfortunately, this is all time will permit us for the AM Club today on MX24. But we've had a fantastic show today. We had on the show... Who did we have on the show today? So we had Nicholas Solomon to join us for the conversation about how to... the significance of personal branding. I hope you learned a lot from that. And then moving on, we had Frank and we had Muzia, and we also had Sasha to talk about body art, the misconceptions and conceptions of it. And then to wrap everything up, we had our very dear Musa Key. Thank you very much for the dance, and I hope that you teach me some more after the show.
All right, so
because I need to learn.
There you go. There you go. But before we go, also, let me send a shout out, else I'm going to be roasted. This is a happy birthday to Mr. Ernest Ewa. Mr. Ernest Ewa, that is our light guy's boss.
Oh, okay.
So that's Eric's boss. Mr. Ewa, from Eric to you, happy birthday. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So my name is Edma Ohimalawe. You can find me on all social media platforms at Edma Lawer, EDMALAWER.
And my name is Godwin Namboh. You can find me on all social media platforms at Godwin Namboh.
Okay, so we're going to wrap up the show with a song by Musa Key.
La Mula La is Vulamlomo.
Vulamlomo. Let's go. Let me see if I can.